Welcome to VoiceOver Work, an audiobook sampler. Where do you listen? Today is Monday, the 19th of December, 2022. Regular listeners will know the name of Albert Rutherford. He has co-written a book with Dr. J.H. Kim entitled The Art of Statistical Thinking, which we present the preview for today. Thanks for joining us. An investor wishes to know the 5-year average return from investing in the U.S. stock market. There are nearly 2,400 stocks, as of August 2022, listed on the NYSE, New York Stock Exchange, and they must select a manageable number of stocks to form a portfolio of stocks. However, they don't need to calculate the average return of all 2,400 stocks. There are stocks not worth investing in, too low returns, or too risky. Our investor will need to select a set of stocks that suits their investment style. In this example, the collection of all stocks in the NYSE is called the population in statistical jargon, and a subset of all stocks is called a sample. Collecting the information from all the members of the population is too costly and time-consuming, and even unnecessary. We can obtain a good indicator of average return by looking at a sample. The way we select the sample is critically important, and it depends largely on the purpose of the study or the aim of the statistical task at hand. Suppose the investor's aim is to achieve a steady return with relatively low risk by investing in big and stable companies. Then a good sample is the Dow Jones Index, which comprises the stocks of 30 prominent companies such as Boeing, Coca-Cola, Microsoft, and Procter & Gamble. If the investor's goal is to achieve a higher return with higher growth, albeit taking a higher risk, the NASDAQ 100 Index is a good sample that mainly includes the top technology and IT stocks such as Amazon, Apple, eBay, and Google. By looking at the average returns of these indices, the investor can get a clear indication and impression of the performance of these stocks. Seasoned investors can select their own sample based on their aim and risk-return preference. The important point is that the sample should be a good representation of the target population. If the investor wants safe and steady investment returns, but their sample represents high-risk stocks, they may not effectively achieve the aim of their investment. Hence, the target population should be determined in consideration of the aim of the statistical study. A sample that is good for representation of the population can be obtained by pure random sampling. The members of the population are selected randomly with an equal chance. For example, in political polls, all eligible voters should be treated equally. In this situation, the most effective way of selecting an unbiased and representative sample is random sampling, where the members of the eligible voters are selected with equal chance with no pre-selection or exclusions. In a later chapter, we'll discuss an example of one of the most disastrous polling outcomes in history, which occurred due to a violation of this random sampling principle. 2. Descriptive Statistics. Descriptive statistics is a branch of statistics where the sample features are presented with a range of summary statistics and visualization methods. The summary statistics include the mean and median, which describe the center of the sample values, and the variance and standard deviation are the measures of the variability of the sample values. Visualization methods include plots, charts, and graphs, which are used to make We hope you enjoyed today's episode from Voice Over Work, an audiobook sampler. Please take a moment and visit bit.ly/Albert Rutherford to learn more information about the author and sign up for a free ebook. And join us in a few days for the chapter-by-chapter preview of today's featured book, The Art of Statistical Thinking by Albert Rutherford and J. H. Kim, PhD.